What's up, everybody? Welcome in. Another late night listing live. I was supposed to be on at 10, but Joey had other plans, so he's almost asleep. Emelina is watching him right now, so he should be asleep within the next like 5 minutes. He looked like he was dozing off. But we're gonna do some listings, just like we did the last few nights. I'm gonna try to do these multiple times a week, I think. I'll try to do it Monday through Friday if I have time and availability and all that stuff, but at least 3 times a week, trying to do these lives, basically hanging out with you guys. We're going to get some listings done. You'll see how I take photos, and of course, you guys can ask questions, and we could just chat it up. And most likely, some of you are probably working too, so we can work along together. Gives you guys something to watch that's live, because I know a lot of people watch like things in the background as they're listing. Gives you something to do while you're listing in the background. You can talk and chat with other people. What's up, Amy? Welcome in. First person here. What's up, Juliet? Second person here. I think YouTube notifications do go out first. I think you guys prove it every day, because every time that you guys are here, Trisha's here. Okay, Trisha came fast on Facebook. But yeah, YouTube people are always here first. I want to see every night who gets here first. Just got home from Disney. Let's go. Disney sounds fun. We're probably going to go back to Orlando next month, I think, is when we're probably going to head back for my birthday. Trisha, your birthday's in July too, right? Beginning of July? You're going to do it multiple times a week. Oh yeah, multiple times. 2 lives in one day. Yes, 2 lives in one day, morning and night. Tomorrow, I'll probably do a morning and probably an evening live tomorrow too, unless we end up doing something. So I might have to walk out of the room a couple times. I got to remember to take my mic off when I do, because we do have a friend of ours sleeping over with the little ones. She's from another state, and they're best buddies, and she's down, so they're in the background. So if they need me, I'll have to walk out, but they should be self-sufficient tonight. They should be good. Doing my shipping while you're listening. Let's go. Nice. Doing some late night. I used to do late night shipping when I worked a full-time job. I'd get the shipping done at night, and then I would wake up in the morning and ship out the last couple orders that sold overnight, and then we were good to go. So what's up, LJR? Wednesday next week. I knew it was soon. So Wednesday next week, what is that? What day of the week? Or what is Wednesday next week? Wednesday next week is the 2nd. You have an early July birthday. Super early July birthday. Mine's 16th. I think we're going out that week. We're also going to a minor league game next week too. I think on the 3rd, I want to say. There he is. Ethan texted me at 10. He's like, of course Wayne isn't live at 10. I was like, of course you don't know anything because you don't have kids. If Ethan had kids, he would understand. What's up, Jen? Just finished my daily Spanish lesson. Let's go. I need to learn Spanish. I know nothing. I know hola and como estás. That's about it. So yeah, July 2nd. July 2nd. All right, we're gonna get some listings done. I'll swap back and forth between this camera and this camera, so you guys will see everything that's going on in the room. I got a pile next to me. I'll probably do 5 listings on the live. I've already done 35 listings today. I've just been working on and off throughout the day, trying to get as many listings as we can done. Basically, everything that we picked up this week is going to be listed tonight, and then we'll work on our death pile, because we do have a little death pile out in the garage. Actually, a big death pile, because I ordered some wholesale. So I have wholesale that landed that I need to get listed, that I'll probably sort through tomorrow as Kayla's doing some listings. She wasn't here today because she took the girls out to an amusement park today for summer vacay. So tomorrow's going to be a big working day too. No thrifting tomorrow. Probably next time we go thrifting will probably be next Wednesday. We'll just be listing. So looking good with that backlighting. Thanks. I got front lighting on. If I turn the front light on, you can't see me. Can't see me with the backlight. Haven't been here in over a year. Used to watch you on TikTok before I had my daughter. Let's go. Appreciate you being here. If you watch me on TikTok, you probably watched some of the listing lives on TikTok. And I just like kind of restarted these nightly listing lives, but here on YouTube and Facebook, and you'll be able to see different camera views here, because unlike TikTok, I can only use my mobile device. Here I can use actual cameras. So should be fun. Appreciate you coming on back, and yeah, awesome. You had a daughter. Congratulations. Thrift me something good for my birthday. I'll try. I try to grab some Roosevelts for you. I don't know. I can't promise anything. Last couple weeks we went. It was pretty good. Everything that you see tonight is going to be from Wednesday's thrift trip. We found some decently good stuff. $7.99 at Red, White, and Blue. I looked this brand up because I saw the tag, and usually a tag that looks like this is a good one, and this is also a good style of sweater. And I'm going to list this even though it's not wintertime, because the style, this fisherman knit sweater, this like deep deep knit sweaters always do good. They sell year round. Everybody's always buying these. The brand is Jeffrey Banks, and this one is 100% Shetland wool, so that's a really good wool to look for. And it had this tag at the top. It said hand knit, and I was like, okay, hand knit, Shetland wool, fisherman's, like deep, like stitched sweater, really, really good. So we're gonna list this one right now. I'm gonna list it this time of year because I'm sure it'll sell. I sold an Orvis sweater that looks similar to this just a few months, probably about a month ago. So these are still selling. I'm getting used to the setup. You guys are gonna see like differences on how I take photos. I do still need an overhead light, but I'm not gonna get one till we move because it doesn't make sense to build an overhead light. Just doesn't make any sense to do so. So we're just gonna deal with the setup, use it how it is right now, and then we'll upgrade it as we go. You're so chill and easy wash. Even did my reselling myself a bit. Was influenced by you. That's awesome. Appreciate you. Yeah, I try to be chill. I don't try to be like yelling and screaming. I see there's a little mark on the sleeve. I'll have to take a picture of that. I'm not gonna go through the process of getting this dry cleaned and everything. I found 2 7 diamonds pearl snap. Sell-through rate doesn't look good. Yeah, 7 diamonds 4-way stretch. Remember when I said in that video, I said it multiple times. It's got to be the 4-way stretch. It can't be just the regular 7 diamonds. 7 diamonds themselves are not good, but the 4-way stretch are good. That's the key with those. All right, let's snap some photos real quick. Keep on asking your questions. I'll keep hopping back and forth between the chat on the computer and doing the photos and everything over here. And feel free to talk amongst yourself too, you guys too, if you guys want to chat with each other. It's a good time to just hang out, get some listings done. Where's my roller? Oh, there it is. I'm dumb. It's right there. The setup, I'm getting much faster at photos now that I have like a routine down. So you guys can see, like the other days you probably were like, what the heck, this is not faster by any means. But now that I got this routine down of photo taking, much quicker to take photos. Much quicker. It's like a little mark right there. So I took a photo of it. I don't think it's gonna hurt the value much at all. Front, back. Fold these down, and this one will be photoed. Really nice Shetland wool sweater, and that one's done. This one I'm gonna hang up in the closet because it is a pretty thick sweater. I don't think I'm gonna be able to put it into a bag or anything like that. So we're gonna put it into on a hanger and stick it in the closet. So I'll throw that over there because I'll do that afterwards. I've come up with a signature cover photo, added a 7% promotional campaign to eBay, redesigned my backup spreadsheet, started with tub 1 for my massive inventory audit, started using Nifty to create listings. Let's see if it's up my game. Let's go. You seems like you're doing a lot. That's really good. Starting with the inventory system, you're gonna see that's a game changer. When you pull your orders, when you have an inventory system, when you didn't, as opposed to not having an inventory system, you're gonna see how much faster it is to pull inventory. You get a sale and you're not like freaking out because you don't know where, even if you had a specific spot where certain inventory was, you're not having to dig through things to find it. You just go right to your inventory system and grab it. You're gonna love that. 7% promotion is what we do too. That's awesome that you're trying to play around your cover photos. I've been playing around my covers photos too. I almost brought the small light box back in this room to take my cover photos because I was really, I'm so used to how my cover photos used to look that I was like, man, I really need to go back to that cover photo because it was so good. But I'll tell you this, I didn't expect this to happen. And look at the photos, but to other people, they probably think they're good. Orders, both of these I listed today. Literally listed these today. Untuck it shirt, but you just see the difference between this photo. You see the difference, and you see the difference between like this photo. Just has a little bit more shadows because I don't have the overhead light. I think it's just the overhead light that's throwing me off. But both of these I listed today, both of these sold today. They're both Untuck It shirts, both with the same setup. Nifty created my title and listing for me. So clearly they're selling. I don't need to worry too much about it. I think it's just all in my head. I just need a list, and I need to see if sales come in, and they obviously are. So I'm gonna stick with it for a little bit. I can always go and just take the cover photo in that light box that I currently have, because we've already taken down the big light box. It's already in the storage, the pod. So Yeah, we'll just have to keep listing, see how it works. Just found you recently. I'm wanting to start reselling a reselling business and YouTube channel, but have been delayed by a heart attack. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Stint put in 2 weeks ago. I'm recouping, watching you. I appreciate that. Sorry that you're going through that. My dad actually is having heart issues right now too, so I feel your pain somewhat. Obviously, I haven't been through it myself, but my dad's going to a heart doctor. I think he was supposed to go either this week or next week, and he's going to give me an update on it. So hopefully everything works out good. I know sometimes after you get the stent put in, everything ends up being a-okay and you go back to normal, but I'm glad I can kind of help you through this process and give you something to watch. Feel free to come in and hang out at any time. I made some posh sales. Also, I have a video coming out. I did film a haul video. I just haven't edited it yet, but I'm going to work on it tomorrow when Kayla's home. So you'll see that, and I'll give you something else to watch. That should be out probably tomorrow or Saturday. Hoping tomorrow night, but maybe Saturday morning will be a better time to put that out. Made some posh sales today. Held my ground on a low ball, and they bought anyway. That's nice. I did some counter offers today on Depop, and I think one of them accepted my counter, and they paid like right away. So counter high. If you got good stuff, just counter high. Counter high. Post office question. First time dropping off packages where it says drop off prepaid today in the AM, and the tracking number still doesn't show they received it. Should I be worried? No, but you should still get it scanned. If you drop it in a prepaid spot, that does not mean the post office is going to scan your packages. If they get behind, they just basically take those and load them into the back of the truck, and your next scan will either be at the plant. If it doesn't get scanned at the plant because they're behind and they just throw it onto a truck, your next scan will be another plant. If they're delayed too and they do the same thing, your actual first delivery scan your first pickup scan will actually be your delivery scan. That's happened to me before, like way back in the day when I didn't get my packages scanned in. So I would suggest you always get it scanned, even if you have to wait in line. If you have a couple packages, I know it's a pain. Sometimes the lines are long, but you don't actually get your insurance on your packages until you get a prepaid scan. Just because you drop in a prepaid spot does not mean you get a scan. Also, if you go to the kiosk at the front and you think that you're scanning in the kiosk and putting it into the drop slot and that counts as a pickup scan, it says at the bottom in a disclaimer that it is not a pickup scan. It doesn't count. The reason they do that is because somebody could take that package, scan it, and then walk out the front door with it and say, hey, I scanned my package. So to keep liability from themselves and keep from people stealing, they don't count that as a pickup scan. The only time you get a pickup scan is if a physical person scans your package for you. So just keep that in mind. I don't think you should be worried. It's most likely going to get scanned as it hits the plant. But again, I would suggest you always get that first initial scan. I know it's a pain. I know if you do pickups at your house too, sometimes your mailman doesn't do the right thing and scan your package. You can always call the post office and let them know, like, hey, I got a pickup, I scheduled a pickup, and they're not scanning my packages. They're supposed to do it at your house. But yeah, you should always get it scanned. All right, let's go back to the other camera real quick, and I'll take pictures of this shirt. I'm gonna do I've been doing the buttoning on this board, and it's been a lot easier. So, oh, this has a stain on it. See that? That one doesn't look like it's gonna come out. I must have missed that at the thrift. How did I miss that? I checked all these over too. Damn. Oh well, we'll throw that in the wash and hope that comes out. I only paid $2 for that, so it's not that big of a deal, but kind of sucks. All right, let's do this Lacoste next. Lacoste. Or not Lacoste, Ralph Lauren. Lacoste is next after this. Ralph Lauren shirt. I'm just going to button this up real quick. And then we'll take our photos. Again, if you're asking questions, I will get to you when I go back to the computer. I just like go back and forth between doing this and the computer. Hopefully you guys can see me. Yeah, you can see the board good. You guys like this camera setup? This is a impromptu camera setup. When I move, I plan to actually mount the camera directly above the setup, pointing straight down, so you guys will be able to see everything happening. But again, that's until we move, until somebody buys this house. Please, somebody buy this house so we can move. I don't want to keep dropping the price, but I really want to sell this house because we have some nice houses we're looking at, and they're really cheap. And we want to move so we can start doing some crazy stuff like expanding the business and all kinds of stuff. But can't do that until we move. slide that down. So my cover photo I've been taking actually down here. And it's been, oh, this is buttoned backwards. What the heck? I've been taken down here, and the lighting is much better down here. I figured that out today. It makes my cover photo look really good. Okay. I just got to button the collar, and then we're good to go. These little buttons are really annoying. There we go. I always like to button down the collar because it does make the photos look a little bit better. There we go. That's my cover photo. Feel free to steal it if you want to use it in yours. Cover photo, tag photo, Ralph Lauren logo photo. Then we're going to flip it and see if it's got a tag. It shows what it's made out of, which is right there. So we're going to snap a photo of that. Then, whoops, don't fall. Then we're going to throw this up here and grab our ruler, do our pit to pit top to bottom, which is just laying this like this, super fast, pit to pit, top to bottom, and then we just do our full front, full back, and we're done. One thing I'm going to do tomorrow is I'm going to actually lay out a bunch of these shirts and pre-button them for Kayla, because she's going to be taking photos in the morning, so that way we don't have to stop and button. We can just boom, 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 knock out a bunch of listings. If you don't have to stop, it does make things a lot faster because you just get in a rhythm. As soon as you stop to button things, it kind of messes up that rhythm. All right, that one's done. I'll fold that one up after the live, and then we'll switch back. Let's see. Yeah, AI always have them scan worth the extra. Yeah, definitely wait in line to get those. It looks much bigger. Light box out there, I know. Yeah, I was gonna put the light box in here. I was really thinking about putting the light box and doing what we normally did. The only issue was if people come into the house and they look at the house, if they walk in this room and there's a massive light box, they probably will be like, what the heck is going on in this room? So yeah. How you like photoing on the setup compared to a non-flat lay? I like it. I definitely think it's faster. I'll say the photos don't look amazing compared to the other setup that we had, but that's just because we don't have the proper lighting. Like I said, if I just had a couple overhead lights with these two lights in front, it's basically the same as my other setup, but I just don't want to invest in mounting a couple lights on the roof and then we get an offer on the house next week and then we leave. So it doesn't make much sense. So flexible. I do have lights from the old light box that I could potentially stick right up here because this is metal for the slider sits, and I could put them right face down. I'm thinking about doing that tomorrow, but they're out in the pod and it started raining, so I didn't get it. Buttoning tool, it's linked in my link tree. If you go to my link tree under the products we use on a daily basis, you can find this buttoning tool, or just watch the video on YouTube or Facebook. Amy, also, if you go over to TikTok shop, you might have coupons over there. They do have the same tool in the TikTok shop without the branding on it. So if you want to go there and see if it's cheaper there for you, you can always grab it there. If you're a TikTok shop influencer too, you can just make a quick video on it. As long as you get one sale, they give it to you for free. So just grab it. I mean, I think when I sell one of these, I make like a couple pennies on each one. So I don't really make much. I just linked it there to have it so you guys can get it. But that's it. That's where you can find it. All right, let's switch back to the other one. We're moving pretty quick today. And then once we get done, we're going to do 5 photos. And then I'm going to show you, I'm going to load it into Nifty, and I'm going to cross list it really quick to show some people how that whole process works. And then I'll probably cut the live early tonight. Maybe I'll do like 5 more. We'll see. We'll play it by ear. Because I want to try to get 50 done. I need to do another 15 from this and the other ones. So 15 more and I'll have done 50 listings today. Then I'm going to schedule them out before I go to bed. And then I'm going to go to bed probably a little early tonight. Try to go to bed around 1. I know for some people that's not early, but for me, 1 o'clock is early. This is a Lacoste shirt. I forget, what did we pay for this? It was $12.99, but it was 75% off. That's the only reason why I grabbed it. It does have a really good pattern. It's in really good condition from what I saw. Hopefully I don't find like a stain on this one too, but it's in really good condition. Just a men's common Lacoste shirt with a decent pattern. I don't expect much out of this. I expect to sell it for $22.99 plus ship. But again, I only paid $3.25 for it. So it was a really good deal. We've been hitting up red, white, and blue. I'm grabbing a lot of like basic brands, 75% off. Men's Bonobos pants. I think I have one in the washing machine right now that we paid $2.50 for. So when you're getting stuff that cheap, it's almost like a no-brainer, even though it's lower end pieces, just bread and butter. But they're good. They're good to grab. All right, there's the Lacoste. Put the buttoning tool back. What's up, Debbie? Saw your comment. If you guys are commenting, if I'm over here, I won't answer you until I get back over to the desk so I can see your comments clear. When we move to, I want to set up where I have a display screen like above so I can read the comments as I'm taking photos and just keep the chat going. I got lots of ideas, but we just got to kind of move first. That's what we got to do. Got to move first. There's a little glare on this. That's good enough. All right. So now I'll take this, pull it up, and I'm just going to spread the arms like that so I can take an easy, quick photo. Put it under this pit. I also need one of those neck things where I can have my phone in the holder so I never have to put it in my pocket. I can just keep it on so I can just keep photoing. I need to grab one of those. Probably buy those tonight on Amazon. All right, that's done. Just going to fold the arms like this. Easy peasy. That one doesn't look beautiful, but oh well, it's just the side of the arm. Here's that photo. And that looks good enough for the back. Back photo, done. Toss that over. We'll put that in a clear bag after the live. Let's get back over here. What's up, Debbie? Do I need 2 box lights that you're using and a light above for my eBay photos? I'll say test out your setting first. I would say buy at least 2 lights. The thing you want to do is have the lights cross each other because that causes minimal shadows. If you have one only coming from one side, it's going to cast a shadow that way. But if you have another light coming from this side, it's going to basically minimize that shadow that you see in the photo. And then if you also have one coming from above, it really minimizes because these two will cast a shadow going that way no matter what. So if I had a light coming straight down, it would minimize that top shadow. That's what's great about that big light box that I have. It has a light in almost every single corner facing every single way. So there's almost no shadows in that thing. So that's what you're trying to do with your lighting setup, is just minimize the shadows. The best light to use is natural light. So if you're able to have a setup where you can go outside and take your photos, not a lot of people do, but if you do, the sunlight, the natural sunlight will take out all those extra shadows and stuff, and it really makes the colors pop. But I don't know of many people that have like a natural light outside setup. So next time, just have me in the call and I just read the chat to you. I don't need you to read the chat to me, Ethan. I can read the chat. I'm a big boy. I'll just pop back and forth. I kind of like the little bit of a delay between answering questions. I got a pair of jeans here tonight to take a photo of. So you guys can see that. They're probably a little bit longer than the board is. So you'll see how I take those jean photos. I have a couple pairs of really good pants and jeans that I picked up at Red, White, and Blue this week. Lots of people aren't looking at the jeans and stuff because obviously it's the summertime. And some people don't like to grab jeans and pants in the summertime, but I'll tell you, they still sell if you grab the right ones. These are a pair of Polo Ralph Lauren denim jeans, and I forget what I paid. I just put it over there somewhere. What did I pay for these? Paid $8.03 after tax. $8.03 for these. These will sell for really fast. If I want to sell them super fast, I can list them for $24.99 plus ship, and they're going to sell super quick. Take good photos of these and you'll get them to move fairly fast. The lighting actually tonight is really good. Earlier today it was a little shifty, but right now the lighting is really, really good. All right, I'm gonna flip it over. I'm gonna take the tag photos on the inside. Boom. And this already says 100% cotton. I could take a photo of the other tag in there, but since that says 100% cotton and has the size, I really don't need to, so I'm not going to waste a photo with that. And then I'm going to take a photo of the waist measurement like this. There's like an extra couple steps with pants with this setup, but it really isn't that bad. And then I'll shift the pants up. Oh, my ruler's gonna fall. Shift the pants up, but as you can see, they do stretch. Oh, they actually fit pretty good on the board. I won't have to take 2 photos of these. There's that. And then I will stretch it like this, just to get this photo right here of the inseam. Just take a close up. And then the other 2 photos will be a full front, full back. But this one is pretty long, so it's going to take most of the board. There we go. And then this one right here. Should work. As long as it's on the board, the photos will come out good. Just make sure you line up your camera. Boom, that one's done. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Let me switch back to this one. I'm interested in using Nifty to list my items. Are you fairly confident in its ability to use the proper title structure? I'll show you how it puts in the title structure right after this. I got one more photo, and then if you stick here for like 5 more minutes, I'll show you exactly how the title structure works. I'm confident that your items will sell with the title structure that Nifty gives, because Nifty talked to eBay. What's up, Chris? Nifty contacted eBay, was in contact with an eBay rep on exactly how to build the title structure. And I know things will sell with Nifty because I literally listed, showed this a little earlier in the live if you weren't here. I listed these 2 on Tucked shirts today, and both of them sold today. Literally just listed them, both of them sold. Let me see if I can show that without showing like too much of the buyer's information. It'll say when this item was listed. I think it shows when it was listed. Yeah. Here we go. Does it show the buyer's information though? No, just shows their username. I don't think that really matters too much. But here we go. This is when I listed this shirt. Today, June 26th at 11:58 a.m. So earlier this morning. Would have been like, I think like 2 or 3 my time. And then it sold at like 5. Sold a couple hours after that. So the title structure is good. I know some people will tell you that they've been reselling on eBay for years and this is the title structure that you're supposed to use, but they're just saying that that's the title structure they've used and it's worked with them. The title structure that eBay wants you to use is exactly what Nifty gives. And I've noticed today that Nifty is starting to put colors in the title. That's specifically for Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop, because with eBay you don't even need the color in the title if you have it in your item specifics, because that's what eBay said. It pulls all that information from the item specifics now. So that's why it originally didn't have colors in the title. I'm trying to get this off. By the way, I did talk to Neha today, the person who founded Nifty. People in my early morning live were asking me for a live with her to basically ask her questions and suggestions and all that stuff. She said yes, but she does go on vacation starting next week. So she said after next week, we can plan a day. It'll probably be the week after that. So 2 weeks from now, I'll be live with Neha, and we'll go over maybe some upcoming things. Maybe she'll have some news for us, and then you guys can ask her suggestions, talk to her about things that you've had issues with or things that's working really well for you, so she can expand on those things. So that'll be in a couple weeks. She'll be on the live with us. So be excited about that. Should be really fun. Neha is awesome. Really, really nice person. Good to talk to too. You guys will be able to see her. If you don't know who Neha is, you'll be able to connect with her and learn some stuff from her. And maybe ask her some questions on why she did certain things. And she'll give you like really, really good answers that I probably can't give. Let Let me button all these up real quick. Yep. This buttoning tool is amazing, by the way. Again, I make hardly anything on this when you buy it off Amazon. Almost nothing. I just put it in there because it does save your fingers. My fingers get really dry really fast. So if I'm buttoning like 100 shirts, like this, I'm going to do 50 shirts today. I'm going to list 50 items. If I were to hand button all 50 of those items, man, my fingers would kill me. Would kill me afterwards. But with this tool, it's like end of the day, my fingers feel great. My fingers hurt. All right, this is a Vineyard Vines on-the-go performance seersucker shirt. Lots of keywords to this shirt, lots and lots and lots. I don't know if Nifty's gonna pick this up that this is a seersucker shirt because you can't really tell on camera that it's a seersucker shirt, but I'm curious if it does because it's actually picked up quite a few seersucker pieces that I've listed. Here we go, snap this photo, boom, boom. I'm still trying to figure out how to get the little flower thing that pops up. I was trying to go through the settings today and turn that off. If anybody knows how to turn that off, I'd greatly appreciate it because I feel like it messes up my photos sometimes. I don't know why they have that feature. This little flower thing, it goes away by the time I bring it up there, but that little flower thing, I think it's just because it's like a little darker in here. It tries to adjust the lighting, but it's really annoying. It makes the photos not turn out so great. All right, that one's set up. I dropped the ruler, didn't I? We gotta get a table or something for this room too, so I can just lay the ruler and all my utensils next to it, or on top of it, not next to it. Boom. Boom. That one's done. Right on the table. And then I just got to do a full front and a full back, and I'm done with those. And that'll be, I think I just took pictures of 5 items, and then I'll load those into Nifty. I'll show you guys how I do that. We'll generate 5 listings, and then we'll probably do 5 more because I've got these done pretty fast. I'm in a routine now. We're getting stuff done fast. Nice flat lay. Doesn't have to be beautiful. The full front and the full back, I know some people want it to be like no wrinkles at all, but really you're just trying to show the buyer what the item looks like and show them that there's no flaws or stains or anything like that. So don't make it look perfect. You don't have to make it look perfect. All right, let's bring you guys back over here real quick. You're such a millennial. Just happened it goes blank instead of yellow. Does it? When it does that little yellow thing? Okay, I'll try it next time. Do you do online arbitrage often? I actually do. I had a whole mess of online arbitrage delivered to my house today. Any good online stores with great brands and great prices do arbitrage? Well, one thing I'll tell you is almost everybody who does online arbitrage will never give the store that they get online arbitrage from, especially somebody who has a large following, because as soon as I say the store that I get my stuff from, everybody's going to go and get the stuff from that store. Although, like, usually online arbitrage, the way it works is the stores will only have sales they'll drop on certain days. And once you learn those certain days, you buy on those certain days because that's going to be the cheapest prices you get. Everything will sell out within a day, sometimes within an hour, sometimes within minutes. So if you know when prices drop, you know what day to be there, that's when you purchase on. When it comes to in-store arbitrage, you can go pretty much any day of the week. You just got to hope somebody locally to you isn't a reseller grabbing that same stuff. But if you don't have lots of resellers that are local to you that are grabbing stuff, you can go online. You can do in-store arbitrage, retail arbitrage all the time. I'm going to move this over because I'm going to sit down and do this portion, and then we'll pop the desk back up in a second and finish doing this. I do it for shoes all the time. Yeah, if you know the spots, you can make good money. Like I said, I had a FedEx drop off today. They dropped off a whole big old package. It was actually dropped off yesterday, but we weren't home, so I had to wait for them to come today to drop it. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into Nifty right here. I'm going to click that purple button that's right here. That's the lightning bolt. And I'm going to bulk upload everything. I wish I could show my camera when I do this, but I don't think there's a way to do this to make it look clear. So you just have to trust me. This is what it says. Always read the top when you're doing this for the first time. Your first 5 images are the most important images. So make sure the ones with the most detail you're adding in for your first 5. So that's what I'll do. Coming in late. How have you been? I've been good, Ree. How have you been? You're coming in like halfway through. I think I'm going to do another round of photos here in a second. All right, so I'll start with that hand knit sweater. Add that in. When that's adding in, I'll scroll down and I will add another item. And this is really fast. When you get the hang of this, you can put in items so fast in Nifty. It's just all about just selecting the right photo order. That's the hardest part. Just doing the right order. All right, just put in the second item. Just uploading from my photo library. Full front, Lacoste, boom, 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 boom. Adding in, as you can see, I selected those photos. They're being added into Nifty as we speak. Gonna do the next one, which were those Polo Ralph Lauren jeans. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. All right, Polo jeans are being added in right now. And last but not least, I'm going to add in one more item, which was the on-the-go performance shirt. So I selected those items in that order. I did the tag photo first. Oh no, I did the full front first, tag photo, measurement, measurement. Those 5 photos right there have the most detail about the item, gives Nifty what the item is named, gives them the fabric contents, the measurements, and then a full look at the item so it knows exactly what it is. The other 2 was the full back and the cover shot. The cover shot doesn't really show that it's a full shirt, so that's why I always put that one in last. And then I'm going to upload these down at the bottom. In a second, you're going to see there it is. It says generate items. Generate 5 items. I'm going to use 5 smart credits to do this. Now it's generating those items. If we head over to Nifty and go into our drafts, you'll see that these are the items that says generation in process. And then as soon as it's done generating, as you can see, Lacoste shirt has been added in. Still the Jeffrey Banks shirt that we took first, that's been added in. We have these 3 right here that are still being generated. As soon as they're done, they'll fill out like that. Boom, boom. Polo Ralph Lauren, classic fit men's jeans, Vineyard Vines. It even put that it was an on-the-go performance button-down shirt. The only thing it's missing is color. That's the only thing I really add in that I have to edit on these. But there you go. Those are all added in. If I wanted to come into something like this and I wanted to edit it, let me slide you guys over so I can read the chat. First thing I do is I move my photos around into the correct order. Since I had to use the first 5 with the most information, now I'm going to move them back into a proper order. And then we're just going to check everything over, make sure everything's good. Like I said, the only word it's missing in here is the word blue jeans. So I'm going to add the word blue. And again, the reason it doesn't do it is because with eBay, you don't really have to, as long as blue is down in your item specifics. But I do like to put it in there for Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop. So that's why I do that. $24.99. We paid $6.96 for these. Whoops, if I can type. Gosh, can't type today. 6.96. It's going into my custom preset for jeans, which is ground advantage and priority padded flat rate for eBay. Everything else will be put in correctly for the other ones. Polo Ralph Lauren jeans, everything else is good. We're going to come here and put it in the store category for eBay for men's clothing. This one I'm not going to accept offers on because I know it's going to sell for full price. We're going to scroll down to Mercari. Everything is good in Mercari. Everything is good in Depop land. So we'll hit ready to list. And now I know when I schedule out my listings, this one's ready, whereas all of these are not ready. These are everything I've done today. I still have to go through and edit those, but that's the basic run through of how uploading to Nifty works. Super fast. If you took photos of 50 items in one day, you could go through and sit on the couch and just load all those up. You can do as many as you want on that form. It's not like it's limited, so you can just bulk edit and bulk import like a bunch of listings if you wanted to. If I start using Nifty, would I have to load all my eBay listings? Nope, you don't have to load all your eBay listings. You just sync all your eBay listings right into Nifty. So if you go into your inventory dashboard, it's going to be blank for you for the first time you come here. Let me take off your comment really quick. But what you're going to do is you're going to hit import. Why can I not see this? Resync right here. Sorry, not import. You're going to hit resync, and then you're going to do a full sync right here, and you're going to hit continue. And what that's going to do is it's going to pull in all of your listings from eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, Etsy, whatever you want it to pull from. It can pull from all of those at one time, or it can pull from one of them if you haven't cross-listed yet. And to do a full sync, it takes like anywhere, depending on how many listings you have, it takes anywhere between 1 minute to like 10 to 15 minutes if you have a bunch of listings. Even with 2,000 listings, the first time I did a full sync, and this was when Nifty first launched, it only took my computer like 10 minutes to do the full sync. And then everything's loaded in. Somebody asked this morning too. Let's just look up this. This will be, I know I don't have many of these listed. Yeah, so this will work. Let's say when you first import, you have something that looks like this. And you're like, wait, that's the same item. Nifty didn't pick that up. It didn't put them in the same row. All you have to do to put them in the same row is that. Now Nifty knows that's the same item. So if this one's sold on Poshmark, it'll get delisted off all the other platforms. Super, super easy to do. Your second part of your question, I missed it. I also have all my items cross-listed on several platforms. That's just like exactly what I said. When you import them in, it'll import all of them in. And if for whatever reason it doesn't read that the same item, it does on most items, but there'll be like 1 or 2 that are off that the AI didn't pick up. You literally just drag and drop it into the right row. So let's say you noticed it was like a Ralph Lauren shirt that was in the wrong. I'm not gonna use Ralph Lauren because I have a ton of those. Let's say it was a Harley item because I don't think I have a bunch of Harley items listed. Let's say it was just one of these Harley items and it was moved. It will move it to like a different row like that. Sometimes it'll be up there and down there. So what you'll have to do is really like look up the words. So if it's spread too far, it's not on the right page. You can look up specific words to get it to the same line like that. I just typed in biker graphic and now I can drag and drop that. It's all on the same page. So easy to do when you import all of your listings. Super, super easy to do. Does it list of whatnot? No, but we're gonna push her when she comes onto the platform. When she comes here and does the interview with me, we're all gonna tell her we all want whatnot. I know she's already working on it, but we're gonna push her to get whatnot started because I think that's a game changer. If she can get whatnot integrated, game over. There's no cross-lister that beats her. Right now, Vindu, the only reason Vindu has a leg up on Nifty is because Vindu you can cross-list to whatnot. It's not very good, by the way, because I do use Vindu to cross-list to whatnot every now and then because it's the one I have to use because it's the only cross-lister that works with it. But I'll tell you, it's not the best. It's not the best at cross-listing because I use it. Even though when you cross-list with Vindu, the reason it's not the best is when you cross-list with Vindu, you still got to go in and edit every single one of those listings to put in the right shipping. And there's a couple other things you got to put in correctly. Now, it might have changed within the last like month or two because I haven't used it in a month or two. But when I used it before, it was just like boom, boom, boom. It's really annoying. You got to go through everything. Etsy is, yes, they do have Etsy on Nifty already. Etsy it's been released for like a month now. I'm waiting for the release of Tesla Robot. Maybe he can take the photos for me and complete the automation process. Let's go. I was looking at that. What is that new Tesla like taxi where you can just tell your Tesla to go like drive people around all day and then it comes back to you and then you make money while you're like, if I was sitting at home all day tomorrow and we didn't have anywhere to go, I can just tell my Tesla, hey, go make some money, and it'll literally just go drive around, pick a bunch of people up, and then when I need it back, I just press a button, say, hey, I need it back in 30 minutes. It'll know exactly how many people it can drop off in those 30 minutes, and then it drives back to my house. And you make money while your car's out there doing work for you, which is crazy. So I've done a shoe listing with Nifty AI. I have done the shoe listing. It does pick up, in most cases, it actually picked up the style name of the shoe. So it uses, from what Nihat told me, it basically uses Google image search to be able to use specific, what am I looking for? Specific designs and stuff like that. So for example, it did it today on one of my listings. I forget which one it was. Oh, I mean, it's picking up script with that, so I can't use that as an example. Where Which one? There was another one that I saw that it did it with today. Can't remember which one of these it was. Maybe it was one I already listed. No, it wasn't that one. Yeah, I might have already listed it. It did pick up this one, which I was pretty happy about. I thought I would have to add this in later. This FootJoy golf polo. This is the photo. These are the exact photos. The first 5 are what I gave Nifty. So this and this and this do not count as photos that it read for AI generation because they're past number 5. Remember, it only reads the first 5 photos. And I was really happy because it read this photo and it read that word right there, the players, which is, Ethan, you were there when I picked up that shirt that day. It was able to actually read that small writing and put it into my title, which I'm really happy about. But that's not a style name. But for Lululemon pants, yesterday I picked up Lululemon pants and it picked up that they were a pair of ABC pants, even though there was no way to tell it except for using the image search. So I only have eBay. If I sign up for Nifty, I assume I will have to sign up for other platforms. Would I do that before signing up with Nifty? You can do it before or after. You can use it to list while you're setting up your other platforms over the next few days. To be honest, to set up Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop would probably take you like an hour maybe if you were slow at setting stuff up. It takes very little time at all to set up those platforms. So just keep in mind some of those platforms have limitations when you first start listing for like a week or two to make sure you're a good seller. You're not selling a bunch of like fake stuff because there are people that sign up with new accounts and sell fake stuff. So keep that in mind. I think Mercari is one of them that you're only allowed to list like 20 items when you first start or something like that. Maybe I'm off on that, but I know one of them has that rule. So keep that in mind when you sign up, but you can still use Nifty to create listings and stuff for your eBay in the meantime while you're waiting for those accounts to be released and be able to list more. Does it also offer the same service as Prime Lister, sharing offers? Yes, it does. There it is right here. And I don't know if Prime Lister does it through the cloud, but Nifty does it through the cloud. So you don't need a computer running to do any of this stuff. Share, party shares, community shares. I turned off relist, as you just saw. It just shared another thing to a community share while we're sitting here. It's sent out offers. It's followed people back. It's sent out offers on eBay. It's recreated on eBay, which this is exactly why Prime Lister implemented this, is because Nifty was killing them on signups because Nifty had this and they didn't have it for eBay. I've also sent out offers. I haven't done any relist on Mercari today. It's probably because I wasn't listing on Mercari for a while there. Oh, I forgot to turn this back on. So to turn on offers for Mercari, it's that easy. Now it's just going to run in the background, and I've done 60 relists. This is all the automation tool done in the background, sharing all day, and you can basically set it and forget it. You set it and it just runs in the background forever and ever and ever. You never have to worry about setting it up again. Let me switch this camera really quick because we're going to get some more. We're going to do another 5 listings. I got time to do another 5 with you guys, and I'll do 5 off the live. I did move this, so I have to move this back. What's up, Frenchie? There we go. We're back in action. Explain how all the platforms ship, please. Each platform, Poshmark, as long as it's under 5 pounds, it ships with a priority mail label. They just email that to you. You don't have to set up any weights. If it is over 5 pounds, then you have to put in that you have a higher weight item. And then as soon as you do that, you have to purchase a little bit of a higher priced item that comes out of your cut from the sale. But usually when you're selling clothing on Poshmark, unless you sell a bunch in a bundle, you're not going to go over 5 pounds unless it's like a super heavy jacket. So you just keep that in mind when you're listing. With Mercari and Depop, you set up your weights as you list, just like you do with eBay. So if your item weighs 11 ounces, you would set your shipping to the 11 ounce weight on Poshmark or on Mercari and Depop. Super easy to do. If you know how to ship on eBay, you know how to ship on all the other platforms. Darn, I'm late for class. That's okay. We still got 5 more to list. Like I said, I'm going to try to do these. I'm going to try to get back to doing these like almost every night. That's my goal. It's like at least 3 nights a week. We come on here and we do some drafts and do some listings together. Yeah, no problem. You can always watch a video on Facebook, or not Facebook, on YouTube too. If you're confused about shipping, just type in how to ship on Poshmark, enter, and I'm sure like there'll be like 50 videos that pop up. That'll be super easy to watch. But all of those platforms, again, if you know how to list or you know how to ship on eBay, you know how to ship on those platforms already because they're A lot easier than eBay. A lot easier than eBay. eBay is always the one that when people first start and they first grab eBay and they're like, I'm going to start listing over on eBay, they try to list items and then they get stuck on the shipping part. How do I ship on eBay? I don't know what my item weighs. So if you already know how to do that, you're already one leg up. I actually started on eBay too first. Started on eBay and then I moved my stuff over to Posh and Mercari. Posh, then Mercari, then Depop. That was the order that I chose. Let me just button this up really quick. Like I said, probably going to do this tomorrow before I go live while Joey's still awake. I'll just pre-button all these shirts so you guys don't have to see me button shirts the whole time. This is a North Face shirt. I don't normally grab these, but this shirt was I think it was $12.99. Yeah, $12.99, and it was 75% off at the Red, White, and Blue thrift. So that's the only reason I grabbed it. Oh, there's a little mark right there. I'm gonna throw it in the wash. There's a mark on the sleeve, little tiny mark. And it should easily come out, but I don't want to take photos of it if it's got a little mark, but I will button it up because usually if I button these up, not only do they turn out better in the wash, but then they stay buttoned, so after they're washed I can just throw them right on the board and take the photos. Ooh, let's do this shirt. This shirt's gonna pop on this camera. This shirt's gonna pop. No problem. If you guys have questions, feel free to ask. Hang out, ask questions. If you're doing some work in the background, it's a good time to do some work with other people, your coworkers. All right, this Ralph Lauren shirt is super nice. I was debating on putting this on Whatnot because this is a really good Whatnot piece, but I'll probably just list it. If it doesn't sell in like 2 weeks, I'll take it off and put it on Whatnot because this will definitely move just because the pattern is so good. It is a really bright floral, almost like a Hawaiian shirt look to this, but it is like a dressier shirt. Kind of gives me like Robert Graham vibes. All right. Perfect time of the year to grab one of these. I did pay up a little bit for it. I always take off. Where did I put that thing? What did I pay for this? I think I paid like 10 bucks for this, right around $10. But it's a good shirt. It'll sell for right around 30 bucks and it'll sell really quick. So that's why I grabbed it. I grabbed this one at Red, White, and Blue. Which section of the store do you hit first? It really just depends on what store I'm at. If I'm at Red, White, and Blue, usually I go down the dress shirt section first because that's usually where I find like all the treasures is the dress shirt section. I want to fix this collar. This collar is like, it's looking a little awkward. Dress shirts first at Red, White, and Blue. Probably dress shirts at most stores. Some stores locally, I know where the best section is in the store. For example, City Thrift, I go to the pants and the jeans section first because I found most of the higher priced items in those stores that I've grabbed have all come from the pants and the jeans. Like for example, I found a pair of Brunello Cucinelli on a live thrift at that store, and I sold it on the live. I think it was like $6. I sold it on the live for like 80 bucks. The person that bought it probably resold it for 180 bucks. So that store is just really awkwardly good for pants and jeans. I don't know why. So I usually hit that section in that store. Boom, boom. Snap my photo. Snap my photo. And then all I have to do now is do a full front and a full back. I love doing this for short sleeve shirts because I don't have to worry about the sleeves at all. I just literally snap the photos and I'm done. Oh, I got to take a picture of the pony on this one too. It's a little hidden. Boom. And boom. That one's done. Grab another shirt. I saw a question in the chat. I'll grab that in just a second. Man, I'm going to get through this whole pile. I'm going to have to actually go out in the garage and grab some stuff to list for the rest of the night. Any hints as to when you'll be live on Listed again? Ooh, good question. I was thinking about actually going live tomorrow on Listed. I do have like a whole mess of wholesale that I have out in the garage, and I really don't need all of it. So I'm probably just gonna open up a box tomorrow, see what's inside of it, make sure it's good stuff, and then I will probably do a Listed live with most of that. And I was thinking of ways to do lives on Listed, and I think what I'm gonna do is I am going to do a create your own bundle live. So basically I'm going to run everything at $7 on auction, or like $6 on auction. And first item you buy is going to be $5 shipping. Next item you buy is going to be $1 shipping additional. So every item after that's just $1 shipping additional. And then you can just create your bundle. So I can run like 100 items, and you can cherry pick all the stuff that you want. Whatever doesn't sell, then I'll just list in a separate bundle afterwards and just post them on Listed as a full price item, and then I'll just share them so everybody can have at those items. But yeah, I'm trying to think of different ways to do lives, and I think that was a pretty good idea that I came up with, because not everybody wants everything in a bundle all the time. There's always like a piece or two that you don't want. So if you can create your own bundle, I think that would be pretty cool. And then once we start getting more people on the Listed platform to watch from Listed, I'll just run everything at $1, and then you guys can just grab everything that you want for $1. Because once I get enough people on it, I know some of those items will get run up a little bit. Right now we're still building, so we don't have enough people that have an account ready to go. Man, this, to get it to adjust. Keeps the color on some of these shirts. I'm trying to get it to stay, but it won't stay. There we go. If I lock it there we go. Now it's staying. Lock it on the back of your board. You just hold your finger down on it, and then it should adjust the color correctly. This one, I only have to take the tag photo and the photo. Gosh, it's so bad. The photo of the pony on the front, because it already has what it's made out of on the actual shirt itself. And then I just gotta do a full front, full back, we're done. And the measurements. I wish I could play music like I used to on TikTok Live, but you can't play music on Facebook and YouTube. They don't like it. So it's gotta be quiet. That's why I keep talking. If I talk a lot, it's because I don't want any like blank space. If we had music in the background, then I could let the music be the blank space holder, but no music means you got to hear me ramble. Boom. Boom. It's a nice shirt. It's a Polo Ralph Lauren Lowell shirt, sorry. And this specific shirt sells really well. It's also a really good color too. Anytime you find a brown shirts usually sell really well. Especially if you can find them around fall time. That's when they move really fast. Okay, full front, full back. That one's done. Now we got one more. We'll do one more on live, and then I'll cut it and finish it off outside the live. Thoughts on Savers? We have no Savers near us, so I have no thoughts. I've never actually stepped foot in a Savers. I don't think I did when I was in Tennessee. So I have no thoughts on it. Savers is a for-profit thrift store similar to Red, White, and Blue. So if you don't like the prices, unfortunately, can't really argue with them because they buy all their inventory. So that's my thought on Savers, is they're for-profit just like Red, White, and Blue is. All right, Kayla found these at Red, White, and Blue. Look at this. So not everything is expensive at Red, White, and Blue. These are women's cool shorts for only $3, right? Yeah, $3 for women's cool size 4 shorts. We could have ran these on Whatnot. This is like a no-brainer Whatnot sale, because if I started these at 5, I know I'm at least going to get one bid on these, and I'm going to make a profit no matter what, because I got them for so cheap. But they're also really easy to list too. So, you want me to sing to you? No, you gotta ask Surfs to sing to you. By the way, Amy, he still hasn't told me when he wants to do the live. I just thought I'd let you know that. If Google is it picking up a golf course? Is there anything different to look it up? I usually just use Google Lens, or I just like try to use descriptive words in Google to try to search it. Like if it has like a pelican on it, I'm like pelican golf course. And then if it has like the city that's from, I try to type that in, see if it's like a prestigious golf club. But usually if you Google Lens like a prestigious golf club, it usually always come up. So Savers high, but for us in Arizona, Monday is 50% off and Tuesday. Yeah. So the one thing about thrift stores like Savers and Red, White, and Blue and City Thrift and Tampa Thrift, the ones that are here in Florida, they are expensive, which can be good and bad. It could be bad because obviously if they're expensive, then you can't make any money at those stores, but it also chases off all the other resellers that think the same way. And then what you do is you come off on a discount day and you haul out and you get a whole bunch of stuff. So you have to shop those stores on discount days. It's the best days to go. And if you're a reseller and you don't work a full-time job, like a normal, you don't work a real job, if you're not out there working a real job, you can go to those stores right when they open on those days, and you can haul out even more. And you won't really have much competition. It's like Red, White, and Blue recently has had almost no competition. It's been wild. Very, very, very little competition at Red, White, and Blue recently. I don't know if they're going to be able to read this. The tag is a little faded on these, but it'll work. But yeah, shop the discount days. It's the best days to go for those for-profit thrift stores because they got to clear inventory out. The whole reason why they do sale days is because they have to get stuff out the door because they got even more stuff in the back. So they do price it up, but they know like, hey, if nobody comes and buys this item, we got to move it. So we got to give them a discount. This one, I'm going to take an inseam measurement. Try not to get my finger in the photo. Super duper easy to list these. There's my back. Get it a little bit flatter than what it was. Full back, and I'm going to take a close-up of the logo on the back, and then those are photoed. I'm going to do one more because that was really quick. He's playing hard to get. He is. Surf's always playing hard to get. He's probably watching right now too, Amy. You already know he's watching. He's watching us. He's watching us. All right, we'll do these. This will be number 9, so I got 6 more to do after live, which should be pretty easy to do. These is an example. This is an example of a high-priced item at Red, White, and Blue. $29.99. These are Vineyard Vines pants, but they're brand new with tags. You guys will see the pants in a second. These were 75% off because nobody's going to pay $30 for Vineyard Vines pants at the thrift store. So I just waited until they went 75% off and I grabbed them. So if you wait and you're patient, you know your stuff, you can still get good deals. I paid $7.50 for a brand new with tag Vineyard Vines khakis. They're not amazing sellers. They'll probably sell for around $30 like they had them listed, $30 plus shipping. But still good item to just stick in your store because new with tags is always good to add to your eBay store. If you get it cheap enough, it makes a lot of sense. That's my cover photo, by the way. I like to add the tag in the cover photo so when people are browsing through eBay, they immediately see that it's a brand new with tag item without having to do any research on it. I'm going to take the back end of the tag, and this is one of the photos that I'll put into Nifty because Nifty will read this entire tag and put that in as the correct style and all that stuff. And then I'm going to come into the pants and I am going to take a photo of the inside tag so it shows what the item is made out of. And then I'm going to do a waist measurement. It's 19 inches, which is exactly what they need to be because they're size 38. And then I will, hopefully these fit on the board. They should fit on the entire board. Perfect. Now I'm going to take this, just in case these were altered, they can see. Put that right there. Snap this lower photo. I know on the camera you probably can't see me doing, oh you can, that's good. You can still see me doing that. I always drop this thing. Put that there. All right, full front, full back, we're done with this one. I might do one more photo, just make it an even 5. I like even numbers. Even though 5 isn't an even number, but you get what I'm saying. 4 is just a weird number to stop on. All right, those are photoed. Easy peasy. I think I have good items and good titles on my eBay. But I don't sell like believe they should. Any thoughts, or can you give a view of my eBay store? Pre-loved listings. Let me see if your eBay store pops up. eBay store, pre-loved listings. Is this you? Let me know if this is you. This you? This you right here, Angel? I like your banner. Banner looks nice. Goes along with your name. Let's start looking at these while you're. I like your photos too. Your photos actually really nice. You got the Depop lay. I've seen people on Facebook, or not Facebook, but TikTok saying that this is the Depop lay, where they like pull out the sides like that. I like it. Wolverine is not a brand I pick up. Analog is not a brand I pick up. I mean, you got good stuff. Masters Performance Polo for $36. Is that plus shipping too? I can't see. Hold on. We'll go into it. That is plus shipping too. I know you guys can't see the listing, but it's plus shipping too. What is that? A Masters? This is green Performance Polo, so it is. Let's get really descriptive on this polo. Then we're gonna go through and we're gonna just look at what's listed, okay? That is a good shirt. They're brand new with tags. But this is what I'm looking at. There's ones for 22 down here. There's ones for 25. That's about what I thought that shirt should be listed for. You got ones for 13, not the best photos. What I'm thinking is that shirt is a $25 shirt. Just looking at it right away. And you got to price a little high. Sure, there are shirts that are selling for a little bit more than that. Couple things is it's not Masters season right now. Masters was what, April, I think Masters is. So right around April, you'll see these selling for like really good money. And then after April, these will fall off a little bit because, you know, Masters is only a short period of time. Also, some of these are different styles too. So keep in mind your style really matters. Look, they put Masters in here. That's smart. Polo Ralph Lauren Masters green. That's really smart. $28.99, $24.99. This is a Peter Millar Masters Polo, completely different than what you have. Another Peter Millar Masters Polo, Masters Tech. I don't know if yours is a Masters Tech, but here's what you have as a Masters Performance for $25. So based off that, I would say that listing is overpriced. Your listings are great. I like your listings. You have a lot of good keywords in there. Johnny O Polo, size 2XL. Even though it's a really good print, $38 is way too much. These I usually sell anywhere between $22.99 to $24.99 plus ship. $38 is like what new with tag Johnny O polos are selling for. So if we just go into Johnny O, right? Is that how you spell it? Let's do Performance Polo. Johnny O Performance Polo. That one hasn't sold yet. Don't look at what's listed. We're going to go to what's sold. There's 3,283 listed, and there is 1,859 sold, which means it's about a 50% sell-through rate, which isn't amazing. It's still okay, but it's not amazing. And as you can see, look at these prices. $22.99 best offer, $24.99 best offer, which means it's sold for under that. Even ones with good patterns, this isn't a button front shirt. It's a little different than a polo. Sold for $30. This one sold for $30. You will see a little bit higher sales, but if you go with the average sales of these, you're going to look somewhere between $15 to $25. If I were to price that polo, I'd probably price it at $24.99 plus ship. Even this one, it's an all over print, similar to yours. It's a different pattern, but it's an all over print, $19.99 plus shipping. So you have really good inventory. I'll tell you that. You got good stuff. I think your pricing is just a little too high. A little too high. You have an extra 20% off coupon that you're running. Is that your strategy, to price a little higher with a 20% off coupon? Because I missed that. Instead of running a 20% off coupon, why not just price your items 20% less? if every person could get 20% off of all these items, because I don't know what your coupon exactly is, but if it's just 20% off for anything they buy in the store and you're already comfortable with that, why not just price your items 20% less? I'm seeing a couple things that I wouldn't buy. This I wouldn't buy. This I definitely would buy. Does this have flaws on it? Why is this so low? Hang on. Replay screen. Why is this so low? 100% with the elbow patches. This has to have flaws. Yes, it does. Okay, about to say this was way too low. Even with these flaws, these two little mini flaws, this is still under market, I would say. You have the, oh, I thought it had the thick leather elbow patches. Still under market, I would say. This should sell. I wonder if you have, does it tell me how many watchers you have on this? It doesn't say. It doesn't say that you have any watchers. This is a good shirt. This is one of those items that are actually underpriced. Let's go back into your store really quick. This I wouldn't buy. I don't buy a lot of vintage, so maybe I'm wrong about that. FootJoy Classic. This polo right here, I wouldn't buy, but if I did buy, I would price somewhere between $17.99 to $19.99 plus shipping. But I really would probably pass on that polo. Basic FootJoy polos don't really sell well unless they have, unless they're a good color, good pattern, kind of like that Johnny O polo that you had shown us or you had in your store. Let me see if this has any club embroidery too. No club embroidery. That's a little bit of a bonus with this. But this is an older FootJoy. The newer FootJoys sell a lot better than the older ones do. So $26 plus shipping is a little high. You also have on all of your shirt items that buyer pays return shipping. I don't know if that's for all of your items, but buyer pays return shipping sometimes can deter buyers from buying shirts and stuff like this. I just have it on my heavier weight items. But if you just give 30-day free returns, you might see an uptick in sales. But other than that, you have a really good store. I think it's all about just adjusting your pricing. And again, if you're already going to give 20% off, why not just give the buyer 20% off and just mark down your items 20%? When do you start marking down older inventory? I just usually run it on Whatnot. I don't do many markdown sales. I only do it one time of the year, and that's usually around Christmas time. I do a markdown sale just to clear out a bunch of stuff right before Christmas because I know people are buying heavy. But then other than that, if we have stuff that isn't selling, I'll do like a clear out a Whatnot show, and I'll just run everything at a buck and just clear out like older listed stuff. I did that in the beginning of this year, and so far it's been working great. Like everything that we're listing is usually selling within like 90-ish days. So a lot of our older stuff that wasn't selling just needed to be cleared out anyway. So we'll do more, Cam. We'll do more with Surfs because Surfs wants to do store reviews. So me and him can like banter back and forth and make fun of each other and help you guys out at the same time. It's like a win-win situation for you guys. You get entertainment and we get to make fun of each other too. So it's also a win-win for us because normally what people do, just being blatantly 100% honest with you guys, normally what I just did, people charge money for. Like higher end eBay sellers and social media influencers. I've never charged for those. I don't feel like I need to charge for those. I don't, but I do them when I want to do them. The reason I don't charge for a lot of stuff that I probably could charge for is because I feel like once I start charging some people for services like that, I'm almost tied to that person. And I'd rather just do it for free and do it whenever I want. So I think you guys will like when me and Surfs do it together. And yeah, everybody will learn together. Like if we do this in a live atmosphere instead of doing it like behind the scenes individually with one person and charge them $25 to do a store review, not everybody gets to learn at one time. With this situation, everybody gets to learn at the same time. So save yours for when me and Surfs are going to do a live together probably sometime next week. So I don't think we'll be able to do it before the end of this week. But then we'll do a live together and we'll critique your guys' stores and we'll be really mean about it. We'll like yell at you guys and call you guys like stupid and things like that. And I'm just kidding. We don't do that. Finally got in touch with Bearded Picker so I can learn Whatnot. Hands-on helping him. Nice. Oh, you mean Bearded Picker or Bearded Thrifter? There's Bearded Picker and Bearded Thrifter. I think there's a lot of bearded guys out there. I have a little beard, but my name doesn't have beard in it. But there's a lot of bearded men out there. So which one are you exactly talking about? Bearded Thrifter or Bearded there's a bearded thrift machine, I think. There's a bearded picker. What other bearded resellers are there? Name starts with bearded. It's like they really want to know everybody. Everybody wants to know they have a beard, even though they can clearly see they have a beard. Yeah, you'd like me and Surf to do it together. Let's go. All right, we can make that happen too. I'm going to do these Lululemon pants, and this will be the last item I do tonight on live. So feel free to hang out, ask your questions too. I still got some time to answer some questions. So if you got any, feel free to ask. All right, these I'm going to take a photo. My cover photo is going to look a little different because the Lululemon tag's on the opposite side on these pants. So I have to do my cover photo opposite of how I've done all my other pants, just because I want that in the cover photo so they know it's a pair of Lululemons without having to really look and see that they're Lululemons. That should be good enough. Hey, someone just signed up for Nifty. Let's go. Just got an email. Boom. Boom. These are really easy to take photos of. And this should pick up that these are ABC pants because Nifty did it earlier and it picked it up. So we're gonna kind of test this out to see if it actually picks up that these are ABC pants without me telling Nifty that they are, just based off my photos. I don't know if it reads the size dot or if it just reads what the item is. But earlier today it did put it in there for me. Measurement photo. 16 inches. Just perfect because these are size 32 anyway. So that's exactly what I want to see. And I want to see a decent inseam on these because short inseams don't really resell well. These look like they're going to be good. Sorry. I can't mute my mic, so every time I sneeze, you guys are just gonna have to hear it. Oh, I gotta push these up a little bit more. So that way it's not hanging over the side. These are a 29-inch inseam, which isn't terrible. I'd like to be 30-inch, but oh well. I'll just take a full front. This is the photo that I'll put in first to Nifty so I can read that photo. Because usually off that photo I can tell exactly what style pants they are. Sorry. And here's the back. All right, those pants are done, and then we'll drop the desk and load these into Nifty. Oh, I see a bunch of questions. Cool. Let me swap you guys over real quick. And I can move this out of the way. I actually don't need that camera anymore, so I can unplug it. Once we get into a bigger house, this is gonna be so much nicer. I'm gonna have all the space to like build this whole thing out. Right now, we're just stuck. We're stuck. Unless somebody wants to buy the house in the chat. If you buy my house right now in the chat, I'll give you a $5 off coupon to my house if you want it. What's the best way to find keywords for items, clothing mainly? Searching other people's listings. And you're seeing what keywords they use. Go into the solds. If you have an item, look up a sold item. Look for your exact same item that's sold, and then look at the keywords they used, and then just use their keyword. I'm excited to hang out with y'all. Let's go. Picker lives near me. Bearded Picker. Okay, I know who that is. Bearded Picker is the one who did the Monopoly for millennials, right? That's what he's like most famous for, I think. Do you know what K your lights are? No, but I do know they come with this, which allows me to adjust the lighting. Let me see if I can do it on camera. I could do warm lighting. Is it gonna let me do it? I can also adjust the brightness. So you can see it's adjusting down. It's adjusting back up. So this controls everything, but I can do warm and cold lighting with this little thing. So I don't know what K they are. Off the top of my head. Although these aren't linked yet. I will link these in my link tree later tonight. You can use a Ziploc bag for holding your phone. That's a good idea. I'm going to probably buy one of those lanyards and then just throw this right into the lanyard. I don't know how that would work with this case, but I'll figure it out. I live 80 miles from him, and we also buy storage. Nice. You both buy storage units. Nice. if I have to lay out my board first and only have two lights, sorry, it's late at night, similar to yours, how would you place them? Just like I have right here. You have to crisscross your lights. Your lights have to cross on your item, so that way it minimizes the shadows. But like I said, I need an overhead light too. 3 lights, the more lights, the more ideal it is. So, did you reach off your goal? No, we stopped doing that goal a while ago. There was just no way for us to do it because we were doing a lot of consignment. We did, I think, we did like 150 grand in sales or 125, I forget what it was, at the beginning of that year. But we were only making 30% consignment. I was also doing a lot of giveaways too, which I didn't factor in. And we were paying my mother-in-law too to do listings and set up shows. So after all said and done, like 100 plus grand sounds really good. But after you take out the 30, I was only making 30%, and I was doing giveaways and all that stuff, and ended up only being like 20%. So we only made like 20 grand, which again is really great, but it wasn't enough to pay off the entire house. I should have planned it out a little bit different. What thermal printer do you recommend? I have one in my link tree. Basically, every thermal printer work. I use a Dymo 4XL right now. They don't make these anymore, but I've been using a Dymo 4XL for a while. Rollo makes a good printer. IDPRT makes a good printer. There's a lot of good ones out there. So I would just read some reviews online. Most of them will do exactly what you want it to do. So which mode do you usually use? For my lighting, I use the cold light because that's like the super bright lights. Yeah, I think that's the best one. Are you selling bales again soon? Yes, we are going to be selling bales again soon. I actually talked to my guy today. There was a little delay with the bales with the whole shipping thing and shipping from other countries and tariffs and all that stuff. So they kind of stopped. Like we were supposed to get an order, like a big bulk order of them. But they basically just didn't ship them. And now we're just kind of waiting for confirmation that they got them in, and then we'll be able to order them. But they are backlogged right now too. They already have specific buyers within the United States that they sell to, and some of them are been waiting for inventory. So we might be like last on the chain to get them. So we'll see. But we're definitely going to have them. It doesn't really hurt us right now not to sell them because they're Patagonia North Face bales mostly. And they'll sell better in the wintertime anyway. So we're actually kind of okay not getting them right away and then selling them closer to winter, so you guys will be able to make some money on them right away instead of sitting on them for a while. All right, I'm going to load all of these into Nifty really quick. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the chat because it's a good time to ask while I'm sitting at the computer. But I'm just going to load in everything that I just took photos of. I forget where I started though. Oh, the Polo Ralph Lauren shirt. That's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so I'm just loading the photos into Nifty. Basically what I do is I scroll down, it shows me what platforms I want to list on. I don't use Etsy, so that's why Etsy's not listed there. I'm gonna hit that this is a men's shirt, and then I'm gonna do my shipping preset to 11 ounces. I'm doing this while looking through the computer, so this I might miss a couple times. And then I'll hit tap off the screen or hit done, and then I'm gonna hit add another item right here, bink. And now I can add another item, and I'll just keep doing that until my listings are ready to generate. I've added in all my photos. Easy peasy. Anybody can do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it. Are you getting any Red Vanley soon? Like wholesale Red Vanley? Probably not. Red Vanley is one of those brands like you don't really find Red Vanley wholesale yet. You probably could, but it would cost an arm and a leg to get in. Like Bad Birdie. We could get Bad Birdie wholesale all day, but the price of Bad Birdie is going to be pretty expensive. Like you're talking $25 to $35 a piece for wholesale, and then for us to wholesale off to you guys, we'd have to obviously charge more than that. And after all fees and everything, you're going to be less. You might be able to get a little cheaper now that they're popping up at Dick's Sporting Goods. But still, you're going to pay up for those kind of brands. Those brands are more eBay brands. Did I not take? Oh, I did take a photo of that. Okay, we're good. And they're just harder to wholesale. How many items do you have listed on eBay? I think a little over 2,200 items listed currently on eBay. Now that we got Nifty up and rolling, we're probably going to have a lot more than that because it's so easy to list. Like I've already done 20 today. I'm going to have like 40 plus in the draft bank ready to go after we're done with this live. So yeah, once we move, I'm going to start listing heavy again. Probably get back up to 2,500 listings, but I just don't have space to like expand too much right now. Whoops, not that one. All right. So I just added all 5 into Nifty. All 5 are in there. And then I'm just going to hit here. I'll show the screen so you guys can see this. You can see this happening in real time. Inventory, drafts, share. All right, you see the screen? We're about to press the button here. Generate 5 items. Mine drafts. Okay, boom. Generate 5 items. I think it'll update here without me having to refresh. Maybe I have to refresh. Okay, I got to refresh. Here's the 5 items that I'm generating. As you can see, it's generating. I did that all from my phone, and now it's generating on the computer. And then see, it did add in the, so it added in that these are ABC pants. So based off the photo, it knew that these are ABC pants, which is really cool. And you got the hybrid shorts up here. You got the Ralph Lauren shirt up here. Let's just go into the Ralph Lauren really quick. First things first, I got to move my photos back into the correct sequence. So that's my sequence I usually use. The only word it's missing here is blue floral. So I'm going to type in blue. You could type in blue white floral, I guess, because you have extra keywords there. So blue white floral shirt. Everything else looks good. My price on this one is going to be $29.99 plus ship. I forget what my cost of goods is, so I'm not going to put that in just yet. 11-ounce shirt, I can always go back in and add that afterwards. It's no big deal. Men's, that's what category. Everything else looks good. It even has my correct shipping in here. I'm not going to accept offers on this one because this is a really good Ralph Lauren shirt. I know it's going to sell for $29.99. I don't need to accept lower offers than that because I will get lowballed if I do. Everything else looks good. This item is ready to list. Somebody asked earlier today, there's actually multiple people that asked about scheduling listings. So what we're going to do is we're going to schedule both of these out. You're going to click both and then you're going to hit publish. And then this page is going to pop up. You're going to hit select schedule for a later date. And we're going to schedule it for tomorrow at 10 a.m. So now these 2 items will be listed to eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Depop at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Nifty will do all that work. I don't even have to have my computer on. It just does it for me. So what I'll do after live tonight, once I take 5 more photos on the board over there, I will schedule out 20 listings, go live tomorrow at 10 a.m. and boom, I'm done. Easy peasy. Love the content. I'm working out of my storage with trash lighting. I dabble with clothes, mainly hard goods, but finding some traction on both eBay and Depop. Let's go. That's awesome. You don't have to do, I think a lot of people watch my channel and like clothes is the only thing, but to be honest, I think hard goods are actually more profitable than clothes. I know that's like weird coming from the guy that sells clothes. I just don't sell clothes because right now we don't have room to store, or I don't sell hard goods because we don't have room to store hard goods in this little small house because hard goods do tend to take up a lot of space. That's why you're working out of your storage unit probably because you don't have much space in your house either. But hard goods can be very, very, very profitable. I mean, you can go to garage sales and buy something for $5 and sell it for $500. That doesn't happen very often with clothing, but it does happen pretty often with hard goods. Listed 32 items 2 days ago. Already sold a $6 Charvet men's shirt for $60. Excellent shirt. A vintage linen Hugo Boss suit for $160. You sold a Hugo Boss. Man, I passed on so many Hugo Bosses, but I don't ever check for the linen ones. I probably should. That's insane. I'm so stoked. Might be moving towards vintage luxury segment of the market. Thanks to your guidance, Wayne. Let's go. That's awesome. Would have never picked up. I probably would have passed on that Hugo Boss. You sold it for $160. That's insane. Yeah, suits can be really profitable. I've been picking up a lot of suits lately, but I've been pricing them down at the bottom of the market because I kind of just want to move them really fast. So I listed a few today for they were Brooks Brothers wool and cashmere blazers, and I listed them for $34.99 because I bought them for $6. I just want to move them really quick. But that's awesome. That's really good. Some really good flips. All right, I'm going to finish 5 more photos after the live, and then you'll probably see me tomorrow morning. I'm going to ship out everything that sold today. So if you want to see that, come out tomorrow morning. Should be bright and early at 9 or 10 a.m. in the morning, depending on when I wake up. And then I'll probably do another one of these lives tomorrow night. So if you want to just hang out with a bunch of resellers, ask questions, get some work done, and listen to me yap in the background, then make sure you come tomorrow. It'll probably be same time, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I appreciate you guys